Let's concentrate on yesterday's SPL football now, and on the back of 3 games without a win, Hearts were keen to remove any outside chance of being caught for third place. St Mirren were looking for a response to their midweek Scottish Cup exit. Paul Mitchell was at Tynecastle.
Comes out to Paul McGowan. McGowan looking for help. Moving it wide. Up against Ian Black. Going for the byline. Chips it across Michael Higdon. That's a good save by Marianne Kello. Warmed up in the opening minute from the header from Michael Higdon. Nearly the perfect start for St Mirren. And that's a good save. Michael Higdon. Picked up by McCausland. Maybe. Thompson lets a run onto Higdon again. That's back onto Thompson. It's a good chance for St Mirren. The ball gets cut back. Michael Higdon. Oh, he's fluffed it and it's away. It's off the line. What a chance for Michael Higdon. It's his second of the match. And he'll wonder how he didn't score. Brilliantly involved in the move. Came back onto Thompson. Went for it with the right foot. Hit off the left. And Thompson and Black did just enough. Kenny McLean with a free kick. Kello comes wandering for it. It's not back across and in from Michael Higdon. St Mirren have the lead after 15 minutes and they certainly deserve it. Not back across by Darren McGregor, and Michael Higdon didn't miss. Scores for the first time against Hearts as a Saints player. Launched long, Higdon battling for it again. Comes down onto McGowan. McGowan. Thompson. Low ball back across McGowan. Rattles the frame. Is challenged. And Hearts survive again. Well, Palazuelos was beaten to it. Sent out wide by McGowan, came back to him, and he's unlucky here. Kello was beaten. Well, Danny Leonard be delighted with the way his side's playing, although they should have had more goals by now. It's on to Kenny McLean, moves away from Templeton. McLean sends it deep, it's McGowan, forcing the save from Marianne Kello. Well, it's been over 25 years since St Mirren scored more than 2 goals in a game against Hearts. They could have had 4 already. Once long, Lee Mayer comes down onto Rudy Scatchell. Scatchell bringing it under control, thinks about the shot. Rudy Scatchell, the hat-trick hero of the team's last minute at Tynecastle, fires Hearts back into the match. Mayer's header picked up by Rudy Scatchell, brought it under control and zinged the ball past Paul Gallagher. Hearts are level. It's been a good start to the second half for them. It's taken short. Templeton drags it across. Elliott with a flick into the arms of Paul Gallagher. Scatchell went short with a free kick. Elliott, that was clever. Oh, Jim Jeffries must be happier now. Still wants more from his side. Goodwin with a header. It's on to Michael Higdon. Touched away by Black. Palazuelos moving after it. He loses out though. It's going to be a throw in. Paul McGowan looks ahead. Maybe inside the box. Black gets in there. He's beaten to it. That's a nice touch on. Thompson inside onto Michael Higdon. Goes for the spin and the shot. That's a great goal from Michael Higdon. He restores St Mirren's lead. Had Andy Webster right behind him. Spun him and found the top corner. Wonderful strike from Michael Higdon and Saints lead. Thompson. Headed away by Higdon. Scatchell brings it down. Zaliukas sends it across. Stevenson. Webster onto Scatchell. Terrific save from Paul Gallagher. Keeps St Mirren ahead. A game of head tennis. And Rudy Scatchell with the overhead kick. That's pressing for the equaliser. Just 1 point from the last 3 SPL matches as Ryan Stevenson goes for goal. Pushed up front since he came on. Mayer sat off him, invited the shot. Craig Thompson with a throw, touched off by Elliott. Ryan Stevenson, 2-2. St Mirren are undone so simply. The long throw not defended, Elliott with a flick off, and Stevenson hammered it home. Saints have a habit of losing late goals. Thompson swings it in, flicked on, onto Rudy Scatchell, and in stoppage time. Hearts lead for the first time this afternoon and look set to take all 3 points. Robinson flicked it on, Scatchell finished it. It's his 5th of the season against St Mirren, and Hearts will win.
St Mirren still have some breathing space, 6 points above Hamilton at the bottom, but what a chance for a big win at Tynecastle yesterday.
Yeah, when you see the chances in the first half, but I think when you're in the position of needing points and struggling a little bit, when you go 1-0 up and you get three or four chances, you really have to try and get that second goal to give yourself a little bit of breathing space, that if the opposition do get a goal, you're still in front, you're still something to hang on to. But I think Danny will be delighted that the chances are creating. I don't think they've scored. Take away Michael Higden's goals, they haven't scored probably enough goals Danny will be looking for. With these chances, they'll be disappointed they haven't got a couple of goals before half time.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it's not unthinkable that they could have been maybe 3-0 up at half time.
Yeah, definitely. Some really good play. I mean, Michael Higden probably scored his 2 goals were probably his 2 harder chances, compared to the one that he's missed. But good goalkeeping again from Marion Kello. But that's great strikers play. See, back to the play, turns around, great finish. So I think being 2-1 up, they'll be disappointed, to lose the game.
I think Jim Jeffries and Billy Brown's half-time rant stripped the paint off the dressing room walls at Tynecastle, and they got a response in the second half. Hearts had to be better than they were in the first 45, and they were.
Yeah, well, St Mirren were probably fearing that, knowing that Hearts hadn't played particularly well. And when you go to Tynecastle, it's a tough place to go to. They're going to get chances, they're going to have possession, and if you don't defend right and do things right, there's the chance they're going to score goals.
That was Scatchell's overhead kick, which produced a good save from Paul Gallagher. But Ryan Stevenson into the side net, and then it was Stevenson whose goal squared the game at 2 each.
Yeah, when you see the chances again, Hearts' chances came when it went 2-1, it went to 2-2. They looked probably the more likely team who were going to go on and win the game. And when you go to Tynecastle, the fans are very demanding. They demand that the Hearts players keep going right to the very end. And there they are in the 90th minute. They get the winner.
Two sides to the story, aren't there? Because you can be critical of St Mirren, but Hearts got the job done.
Yeah, they just keep knocking on the door, don't they? They keep going. They were putting balls in the boxes. They were having attempts from long range. As I say, it always looked as if they were going to get try and get a winner. But St Mirren, with their position they're in, desperate for points, and going away from home, being in the lead twice, and coming away with nothing will be disappointing. I
heard Jim Jeffries on Radio Scotland yesterday saying that he'd never given up hope of winning the game because he knew that St Mirren had a habit of losing late goals, and as we see from this, it's happened all too regularly for them. How many points have been spilled?
Yeah, I'm sure there's St Mirren fans or even St Mirren players are thinking that they could have been safe in the SPL if they had just held on, and they've been in the lead, they've been drawing games and they've been losing games, and it's something that everybody talks about, Rob. It's one of those things that people always want to ask you about. They want to talk about it all the time, and it gets into your head, whether you want it to go into your head or not. Subconsciously it's there, and it's always in your mind. And that when the injury time goes up 4 or 5 minutes, I'm sure there are some players in the team thinking, here we go again, we're going to be under pressure, I hope we don't concede a goal. And once you start thinking that way, there's always a chance it's going to happen.